Hi there and welcome back. It's Lisa from Critters'n Ink Designs in Ontario, Canada. And today let me just fix this here. I hope that's going to work. Today I am going to do the sketch inspiration for July. And if you get my newsletter, you would have got a newsletter yesterday telling you about the free shipping, which starts tomorrow. So it goes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. From the 23rd to the 25th. And so free shipping in Canada on qualifying orders of $100 or more. So yeah, make sure you take advantage of that. And what else was I going to say? I just went blank. I have no idea. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so in that newsletter there was the monthly sketch inspiration, and that's what we're going to do today, and that is featuring the Extraordinary Flora bundle. Here's the die, and then there's also the washi tape, so we're going to be using that. And finally, my paper pumpkin came. Good grief, I thought it would never get here. So this is the July paper pumpkin. It says Sweeter With You. So you can see I haven't even opened it yet. So hopefully I'll get to that today. I am doing quilts today as well, so I'm super busy, but hopefully I can get to this today because the pictures that I've seen are absolutely sweet as anything. And if you are a paper pumpkin subscriber, you can order these dies as an add-on for July, August, and September paper pumpkins. And these are the little dies that the little strawberry doubles as a acorn. Super sweet. And the little hello as well. I love word dies, just love them. And there's a circle. And then what I did with my brother Scan and Cut is I scanned the hello, and then I put an outline around it, and I was able to cut out these little black halo things, like little shadows. So if you're interested in how to do that, just let me know and I can talk you through it. Or if you are part of my team or part of my mailing group, part of my customer base, let me know and I can send you some of these. If you are one of my paper pumpkin subscribers, I'm happy to get you some. So to do this card, I'm going to scooch down to my desk here. Geez, I still can't remember what I was going to tell you, but whatever. It'll come to me, I think. So these are the cards that we're going to make today. Aren't they stinking cute? Super cute. And so these are made using the washi tape. And you can see the washi tape has two different colorways. So this one is like Petunia Pop. No, this one is Petunia Pop and what was the other color? There's Pretty Peacock in there, Coastal Cabana, Lost Lagoon. What else? And Berry Burst. And then in this one, we have Strawberry Slush, Old Olive. What else? Flirty Flamingo. And some Shaded Spruce. And there's a little bit of Darling Duckling on both of them. Like the yellow that's in there, that's Darling Duckling. Now this is how it comes. This is the washi tape. The washi tape has been out of stock for the last couple. Ooh, I just tore it nuts. For the last couple of weeks, but it's supposed to be back in stock this week. Actually, yesterday it was supposed to be back in stock, and I checked, and it's not back in stock yet today. But it could be that they have it, and they're just putting it back into inventory, and that takes time. So yeah, so we're going to be using this. Oh, also, if anybody is interested, I do have one more Circle of Season dies left. This set of dies. I have one set left, And they are 16, I believe they're 16, oh my gosh, I can't remember, 16.50 or 16.75 plus shipping and tax. So probably about $20. And I can get those into the mail for you, but I have one pack left if somebody's interested. All right, so why don't we get started and make this cute little card, because it is stinking adorable. I just think it's so pretty and clean. This would make a great wedding gift, wedding card as well, or a birthday card. Super cute. And then on the inside, I used some of the cutouts from the washi tape just to pretty it up a little bit. I love this washi tape. I can't wait for it to be back in stock so I can get another roll. I love it. All right, so the Extraordinary Flora bundle is this stamp set and this die. So it's one die, and the die matches. Now this is only at 80%, so it's not going to match. But so if you stamp out this stamp and then you go to cut it out, this die is going to cut out that stamp. Like here's the stamp here. You can see it's pink because I was using it, but so it will cut out this stamp exactly, and then it also cuts out this washi tape exactly as well. And then there's a couple of sentiments in here. There's, for the extraordinary couple, a couple of little dash lines. That's really cute. Congratulations and with love, which is what I used on this card. Super cute. And what else? I think that's it. Okay, so why don't we go ahead? So I did this card in what color was that? Strawberry Slush. So the lighting in here is terrible, but this one is, I did the background in the Strawberry Slush, and in this one I did Coastal Cabana. And then I also cut out one in Petunia Pop and one in Old Olive. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I may do both, who knows. So I've already loaded one piece of washi tape onto a piece of cardstock. Let's get these out of here. I need this. So now this is, let me measure this. I forget how much this is. This is 4 by 6, and that's big enough for your washi tape. So if you pull out the washi tape, I'm going to be really gentle here. So this one is the Strawberry Slush side. You can see here there is like a really defined separation. And also you can tell that it goes to the next colorway, because this one is the pink one and this one is the more purpley one. So I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors. And I'm just going to cut in between these two colorways like this. All right, so it's really easy just to mount this on a piece of cardstock. And I'm just going to start at the bottom here. I say it's really easy and then I wrinkle it. I didn't wrinkle it at all before. All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna press it down. There we go. Oops. You know why it's doing this? Because I'm doing a video. I didn't do it before. There we go. And then I can see here, I got a little cat hair under there, so I'm just gonna lift this up. No card is complete in my house without a bit of cat hair, so let's go ahead and see if we can get rid of that. Let's grab a pair of tweezers here. What a nuisance. If you're just joining, please say hi and tell me where you're from. See, got the cat hair. Beautiful. And there was another one over here as well. Let me grab that one. There. Yes, my house is covered in cat hair. But you know what? We love them. There, perfect. Okay, so there's your washi tape. Beautiful. Got a little wrinkle there. Let's just smooth that out. Okay, very good. All right, so I'm going to grab my die and my cut and emboss machine here. Like this. Let me just zoom out so you can see a little better. There. Hi, Susan. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous? Oh my God, I love it. All right, so here's the strawberry slush one. So this just lines up exactly just like this. So I'm going to grab some tape. So this is a very low tack tape, and I'm just going to line up my die. Like that. Whoops. This is such a quick card to make, I can't believe it. It takes more time to decide how you want to arrange your flowers than it does to actually make the card. I made 2 of them yesterday in like no time flat. All right, so I'm just going to run this through. Now, if you're new to the Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss machine, each machine comes with the base plate. The base plate is number 1. And there's a menu on here. So no matter what you're doing, it tells you exactly what you're going to do. So we're going to be cutting dies. So I need my base plate, which is number 1. And then I need, oh, where is it? Sorry. I was embossing. And then you need plate number 2. Susan, is supposed to be in stock like this week. And the free shipping is tomorrow to Friday. So yeah, fingers crossed that it does actually get into stock before Friday. That would be nice. All right, so then you need 2 plate number 3s. So here are my plate number 3s. They're the clear cutting plates. So let me just put these 2 in here, and then I'm just going to crank this through. Oh, did that shift? It did. I'm going to just make sure. I'm going to unshift it because it did shift here just a bit. And I want it to cut out nice. Ah, it started cutting nuts. All right, let's see if I can fix that a little bit. All right. Now this low tack tape is really low tack, and I'm wondering if it's strong enough to hold this. We'll see. All right, here we go. Oops. One of my flowers popped out. All right, cross your fingers. Hi, Verna. Thanks for joining us. Oops, okay. So here are these ones. I'm just going to pop them all out, and then I'm going to cut out the purpley ones. I still haven't decided which one I'm going to go ahead and do, so let's grab that other one. I just think these are so pretty. I am so addicted to this washi tape. It's crazy. I love it. And I'm going to change tapes because I find that this low tack tape is really low tack. And I'm going to use some of the Post-it labeling tape. This stuff is low tack, but it sticks really well. And the other one, I don't know, I think it shifts a little bit. Now, it could be too that the washi tape is slippery. I don't know. I'm guessing on that one. So we're all lined up here. So it could be, you know, that the waxy cover for the washi tape is just not adhering to the tape. Clear as mud. All right, so here's our other one, our purpley ones. So let's pop them out. All right, so the next thing I want to do while I have this on my desk is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to save these. I'm sticking them on my computer here. So the next thing I want to do is emboss. Let me just make a little bit of room here. I'm just going to move this for a second. And so what I want to do is emboss this panel. Can you see how pretty that is? Between the light shining in my window and my lights above, it's pretty glary, but I can see it, so hopefully you can. But isn't that pretty? So to do this embossing, I am using the Glass and Gardens embossing folder. So there's 2 of them. So I don't know if that shows up with the white. Nope. Let's try it with green. Yeah, no, you can sort of see it. So there's the embossing folder that I'm going to use, the little floral one. And then there's also a geometric one, which is really cute too. I really like that one. But we're going to use the floral one today. And to do that panel, I cut this as basic white at 2 7/8 by 5 3/4. So let me grab my machine again. And these are thin embossing folders. So what we need to do those is we are going to just need the base plate, which is number 1, and 2 number 3s, which are the clear ones. So let's see. I got my two clear plates. I've got my embossing folder, and what did I do with my... Oh, that's for the inside. That's for the inside. All right. You know what? I had them all in order, and then I moved things around, and then now they're not in order, so I have to look for them a little bit. So I'm lining it up. So this one, what did I say, is 2 7/8 by 5 3/4. Now the reason it's 5 3/4 is because I'm going to trim it down once I do the embossing, because the embossing will, it just skews it a little bit. So I'm going to trim it. So I'm just going to flip it over. I have a label here, so I'm finding it hard to see the top, but there's the top. And I'm going to just scooch this so that it's straight. I want it even on both sides. So there we go. It's nice and straight. So I got my first plate down and my second plate down. And if you're new to dry embossing with embossing folders, you always want to remember that the hinge part of your plate, of your embossing folder, has to go in first, because physics, being what it is, will push these two. If you put it in with the open side first, they will shift, and eventually it will break your hinge. Ask me how I know. I had it at a class one day, and it was all people who weren't familiar with embossing. And even though I did explain how it had to go, by the end of the day, I had to order a new embossing folder. So save yourself some grief. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? You know what? I'm going to turn this other light off, and hopefully I won't have so much glare, because that's driving me. There. And I'll put this light on here. Is that better? Okay, let's try. Nope. Oh yeah, there you go. I struggle with the lighting in here, honestly. Okay, there you can see it. Isn't that pretty? So I might as well do both of them at the same time because I will eventually end up doing both cards. So again, I'm just gonna center this somewhat. There we go. Oh, thanks, Myrna. Yeah, this was a card that was inspired by one of the sketches, and I presented it in my email yesterday, and thought I should make the card. So I made 2 of them yesterday, and I just love them. There. So now we have this piece. Now I did cut these at 5 3/4. So I'm going to trim it to 5 1/2. I guess it doesn't matter which side I do. So I'm just going to trim it to 5 1/2. I'll do it this way. There. Quick, quick, quick. And then these are going to go onto these pieces of cardstock, which are 3 by 5 1/2. So then I'm just going to line them up like this. And like this. So you just have a very smidgen of the color there. And this one is, if you weren't here at the beginning, this is Petunia Pop. And this one is Old Olive. They are 2 of the colors. Now when in the package of the washi tape, the label, what did I do with the label? I stuck it in here. The label doesn't tell you what the colors are, so I looked it up online. So the colors are Berry Burst, Coastal Cabana, Darling Duckling, Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petunia Pop, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Strawberry Slush. So lots of colors. Okay, so there's one. Super cute. I like cards that are really interesting and not hard to do. There we go. Just grab an eraser there. Got a little something or other on there. I think there's a little bit of glue. There we go. So there's our 2 pieces. Easy so far, right? So my card base is just a thick basic white, and it is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. This is crazy doing 2. I've never done 2 cards at the same time. Who knew? And first time for everything. Just gonna fix my camera here a little bit. Okay, so this now is gonna just pop right on here like this. Easy peasy. So this card would be really, if you were doing like mass production, I think it would go together pretty darn quick. So there's one. I mean, as usual, the cutting is what takes the time, right? But once you get all your pieces organized and in little piles, you could go through them like mad. There, beautiful. So there's our 2 cards. And we have our cutouts here. So we got the pink on this side and the purpley ones on this side. So it seems like the ones that have the purpley flowers have more like the Bermuda Bay. Is it Bermuda Bay? Coastal Cabana. Yeah, Bermuda Bay's retired, right? I think so. Having a brain fart. And then the Old Olive and Shaded Spruce are the pink ones as opposed to the purple ones. And then you have a couple of elements that have the Darling Duckling. So we got our pink over here. We've got our purple over here. Look at how cute those are. Oh, love it. Love it. That's yellow. Purple, 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 green, bluey green. And then I still have some pieces left over from what I was doing yesterday as well. These are the yellowy ones. So you could do another one with even pecan pie, maybe would be pretty with the gold, and do your flowers in a pecan pie or something. It'd be really pretty. Purple. There. More yellow. All right. So for the pink one, I'm going to just lay out my flowers kind of random to start with, and then we'll go from there. So let's see. I'm going to save this one for the inside of the card like I did on this one. I just popped it on the inside. I just think that finished it off quite nicely. So I'm going to save this one and one of the leaves for the inside. So on here, let's go ahead and pop this over here. And maybe like that. Got a little wrinkle in there. Let's fix it. Okay. The thing about this washi tape is if you have a boo-boo on it, it fixes it really easily. Thank goodness. Because I have a few of those. And then some more leafery. And some flowers. All right, let's start gluing these down. I think I changed my mind about placement. I'm going to put this one over here. Can you hear the... I have a baby monitor in my room. Not that we have a baby, but I use it when I'm quilting so that I can hear my quilting machine. And my husband's in there rooting around. He has those stacking little drawers with screws and stuff in it. And he's rebuilding a model airplane. So he's in there. I can hear him rooting around. I don't know. Can you hear it? Oh, I think he stopped. Oh, no, he's still at it. He's tinkering. I went for a drive with him the other day to where he flies his model planes. And it's been so dry here that the ground, you know, in those old cheesy movies and you see the desert and the ground is all cracked and there's great big, like, you know, a ½ inch to an inch gap and it's all like spidered and all dried out. That's what it looks like. I've never seen anything like it. And what it is a farmer's field that they've rented. And it used to be a soybean field. And the farmer rents, I think it's like 4 acres to these model airplane guys. It's just a bunch of retired guys who go out and fly their model airplanes. And when I went out there the other day, it's been so dry and the wind up there is ridiculous. It's just all cracked and really weird to see how, I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals, really weird to see how I guess the dehydration in the air, or the aridness or whatever, has just made this ground crack like that. So they don't know. So what happens is when they fly their little model airplanes, the wheels get caught in these cracks, and my husband broke the landing gear right off his model plane. So when I talk about a model plane, the planes are about 5 feet wingspan or bigger. And these guys take it very seriously. And they have a great big club. There's, it's not huge. I don't know how many members there are, but my husband is the treasurer. And they have their little meetings. And then in the winter when they can't fly, they have their little, I call it going out for coffee with the girls, because the guys all meet at this restaurant in a nearby town, and they go and they meet for coffee in the winter when they can't fly. Kind of thinking I'm gonna take this one off. Oof, I hope I don't wreck it. Nope. And I'm gonna put this one here. I like this one better. It's got more pizzazz. And I'm gonna pop this one up on dimensionals as well. See what I mean? It takes me longer to place my flowers than it does to actually make the card. That's all right. I have nowhere to go. I just have to work on a quilt later, that's all. All right, so I'm gonna pop this like this. And I'm gonna put this one down here, but flat, because I'm gonna put my, what do you call it? Sentiment there. So put a little bit more glue. So let's pop that like this. And I'm gonna grab another flower up on dimensionals and put that there. Isn't that cute? And you know what I just realized? These flowers should have gone on the green one. I actually put the wrong flowers on the wrong card. The petunia pop, see the color? Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna take these off. Can't believe I did that. Or I could just cut another pink one. I can't believe I did that. Well, you know. Now, this has a little spatula in it. If you don't have one of these tools, I highly recommend it. This is the Take Your Pick tool, and it's got these awesome little gadgets on it. And then this side is a jewel picker. And then there's also add-ons, an add-on package that you can order that's got like a piercing blade to make, what do you call it? Like, oh, thanks, Myrna. Yeah, Verna, but it's bugging me because it's not the right color. What do you call that? Like intermittent lines, you know what I mean. And then there's also like a craft knife that screws into it. That's a deadly weapon, that thing. So that's an additional purchase that you can make if you love your Take Your Pick tool. So I'm just going to get under here. The flowers, it does look okay, but the flowers are just a little bit too red for me. It's kind of bugging me. Now, I don't know, maybe I'll just leave that one there because it feels like it's going to tear. So let me dig out my purple ones. Ah, can't believe I did that. And I'm just going to add a bunch of glue. Yeah, that looks better. I'm happier. And then this guy can go up here. Not nuts about the old olive behind there, but that's okay. I'm going to live with it. Let's see. I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals. So yeah, don't forget that starting tomorrow for 3 days, there's free shipping on qualifying orders. And in Canada, a qualifying order is $100. And that is before, like, if you have a discount code or you have any, what do you call it, saved up bonus, reward points, it has to be after you've applied your reward points. So for instance, if your order was $100 and you had $25 in reward points, your order is still only $75. So then you do need to bump it up or save your bonus points till the next order in order to qualify for that 75 bucks, okay? Just so you know, I don't want you to be disappointed. There, I'm gonna pop this leaf under here. And then that's gonna go like that. And I'm gonna put this one here. I'm gonna put this one on dimensionals too. I haven't gone for my bike ride yet today. I was trying to be productive. So far, not bad. I'm semi-productive. Oops. Okay, so this one's going to go here. And then I'm just going to put some leafery here because my sentiment is going to go here and it's going to be covered up anyway. So let's pop a little bit of glue there. Now I have to cover up that dimensional thing. So I'm going to, let me pop that underneath. I'm going to put a flower. Actually, I'm going to wait until I put my sentiment there. So here's this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love this. I am going to do my sentiment. And I have a piece of petunia pop here that is 3 7/8 by, I don't even know. No, it's not. It's 3 7/8. It's 5/8 by, I don't know, about 3. And then this one is a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to use the Mixed Labels stamp set. And I'm just going to grab the thank you. Yeah, it's so pretty, eh, Myrna? I love why do I keep calling you Myrna? I got a Myrna on the brain. Verna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here it is. It's tiny, little wee tiny one. And I haven't even got the label on it. I just got these, so I haven't really used them that much. So my label is here. So if you're not used to putting the labels on your stamp sets, it's easy to do. You just have to make sure. I've done this. I've put it backward, like something like this that is kind of one shape. I've done it backwards where I would have it, you know, upside down and backwards. And that'll really throw you off. So you want to make sure that your label, this one says thank you, and your stamp are facing the same way. Ask me how I know. All right, so I'm just going to place that right in there, press it down. And there, I just have a little tiny thank you. And I'm going to use Secret C. I love this Secret C. If you don't have this yet, it's my new go-to for a dark, almost black ink. Now, I haven't used this yet, so I'm just going to give it a good rub. When the stamps come new, they have a bit of a like residue sort of on them. And I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap. And I'm just going to try stamping it a couple times just to introduce the ink. to my stamp. Yeah, and don't do what I do. Shift it over when you're trying to stamp. I got a little smushy there. So you want to make sure straight down, straight up. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to clean that off. Make sure it's dry, because if it's not dry when you go to ink it, it's going to get ooky. Ooky is not good. All right, so this is my 1/2 inch piece. And I'm just going to stamp it fairly close to the edge. Not like that though. I'll flip it around. There. Is it perfectly straight? No. Can I live with it? 100%. All right, so now I'm going to, I want it on an angle, and my cutting skills on an angle are not great. So I'm going to use my trimmer. And this is kind of the weenie way out, but it works for me because I can't cut like worth a darn. So I'm just going to line it up on an angle like this. Doesn't matter what the angle is. I'm just going to trim off that little corner. But then to do the other side so that it's the same, I'm going to line it up on one of these vertical lines. I'm going to line up the cut side so that it is straight. And then my cut is going to be the same on both sides. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this to my little piece of petunia pop here. Like that. Make sure it's straight. There. And then I have my angle all figured out for me, so I'm just going to give that a little trim right against the white. Like that. Okie doke. And then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, and it's going to go right there. I've been using up these washi, this washi tape like mad. I'm going to have to order another one, I think, because I would hate to suddenly not be able to get it. So I think I'm going to pop another one of these flower, what color is this? Oh, it's the pink one. I'm going to pop another one of these little purple flowers here on a dimensional. Come on. Like that. And I think it needs a little something up here, but I just don't know what. I don't know. Maybe another little flower. And then I have to find some purple, some little purple gems. There, I think that does it. It's cute. Cute, cute. And then, let me see. Now I did bring out some, oh, this is Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. Now it doesn't tell you what the colors are, but oh, hi Heather, how are you? I think that this is Petunia Pop right here. So I'm going to grab these. And boy, it doesn't take long for your desk to get demolished, does it? So let's grab a couple of these Petunia Poppy ones. Super sweet. There. Oh my gosh, look at how cute that is. Love it. Thanks, Verna. So now for the inside, on the inside, I have a piece of Petunia Pop that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and a piece of Basic White that's 3 3/4 by 5. And that's just going to go like this on the inside. And I'm going to take one of my one of these. I was hoping that they'd have like a little one of these in the purple, but they don't that I can see, which is kind of a bummer because I would have wanted to put that on the inside too. But we will persevere. I can do this. No, I'm going to cut this because I could put one of these, I suppose. Yeah, why not? I'm going to put one of these. It's the little, what's this? Darling Duckling. The little daisy. Not daisy, what do you call these things? Like a little cone flower or whatever. I'm going to use that. But you know what? Before I start gluing things and then run out of gluey things, I'm going to stamp a sentiment in there. And I'm just going to use, again, from the mixed labels, I'm going to use this one. It says, just a note to let you know that you're on my mind. Now, it is a thank you card. No, you know what? Let's do You're Pretty Wonderful. Why not? Why not? Okay, let me pop that off. So I'm just taking the carrier sheet off of the stamp label. And which one is that? I think it's this one. So I'm just going to take off the backing from the stamp. And then really carefully, I'm going to line it up like that. Now, I have a whole video on how to put your labels on your red rubber stamps. And I can have a look for that and post it. When I go in and edit my YouTube video, I can pop it in the comments. So I'm just taking off the residue. I just have a baby wipe there. And I'm just going to grab a scrap and see if I can get this thing stamping nicely. Oh, yeah, so pretty. You're pretty wonderful. Well, thank you. Yes, I am. Some days more than others. All right, I'm going to pop that right in there. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. All right, so let's glue our little flower. I think I decided to use one of these, didn't I? Okay, let's pop this guy in here. Don't look at my nails. They need doing in the worst way. So bad. And I think I'll use this one up here. Like that. Beautiful. Oh, I love this. Okay, so this piece again was 3 3/4 by 5, and my Petunia Pop is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, I'm just going to center that right in there. Beautiful. And then this is going to go on the inside of our card. Just like this. There. Now these kind of go over the edge a little bit. I'm just going to give that a little trim because obviously it's not going to fit in our envelope. I got a little tip over here to get rid of. There. So there's card number 1. And, you know, as I said, if you wanted to do these like in bulk, it would be really easy to do. Just do all your cutting and this is not sticking. Yeah, do all your cutting in bulk and then just lay them out in piles and away you go. I'm going to use a bigger dimensional on this because this one seems to be tippy. This is just going to fit, but it'll keep it from tipping. That was driving me a little bonkers. All right, so let's pop him back. There, that's better. It's not so lopsided. Super, super, super cute. Thanks, Susan. So we could quickly do this one since I have, I'll just lay it out real fast. Yeah, things all sticking to me here. So that one can go there. This one can go here. Can go there. Maybe we'll pop that one up on dimensionals. And this one can get glued down. Not as picky this time, am I? I'm just randomly throwing them on there. There. These already have the dimensionals on them from before, so they're sticking pretty well. And I'm going to change this to a big dimensional. And the little ones are a bit wobbly because these are bigger flowers. Just pop that over there. That's going to go on the inside. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to stick that greenery there. Thanks, Verna. It is cute, yeah. I just love this set. And I hadn't really started using it until when I sent that email out and wanted to do the inspiration. I kind of call it like a challenge to me, but I'm going to swap this out for a big dimensional. There, like that. And then same thing with the with our sentiment. I do think it's here. Do my little thank you. Not perfectly straight, but I can live with it. And this time I'm going to glue it first and then cut it and see if that is any easier. I don't know if it will be, but you know. There we go. Okay, should I wing it? Yeah, I'm gonna wing it. Well, not bad. I can live with that. It's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna keep that for later. This is gonna go on dimensionals. So tomorrow, if I have time, I'm going to try and get my paper pumpkin opened, because I don't usually leave my paper pumpkins just sitting there. No, having said that, I only got it yesterday, but oh, I love this. Okay, I'm just going to trim away my hangovers here. There. Now for the inside, what did I do with that? So for my inside, again, my cardstock is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and my basic white is 3 3/4 by 5, which is kind of a typically 3 3/4 by 5 is a typical measurement for insides, for me anyways. Okay, just gonna line that up. Cross your fingers. Yay, nice and straight. So if you're wondering why I put mine on an angle on the block, it's so that I don't have to deal with competing with the edges of the block with the edges of the cardstock. It's easier for me to try and line up the edge of the cardstock with the horizontalness, if you will, of the sentiment. It just works better for me. My little brain works that way. All right, so I'm going to grab one of our little rosebuds here. Pop that down here. So cute. And then this little leaf is Old Olive and Shaded Spruce. That's gonna go here. Very nice. Okay. So what's everybody making for dinner tonight? I'm kind of at a loss here. I was looking in the freezer for something today, and everything was like, yeah, no. If anybody has any bright ideas, that would be great. We had stuffed peppers yesterday. They were really good. Kind of not a summertime meal. Stuffed peppers, you sort of think it's more of a winter kind of a meal, but we just felt like it. Had some the pre-made ones from Costco, and they're so good. I wish we had a Costco here. We went to Costco on our way home from we were away for the weekend, and so on the way home we stopped at a Costco. We tend to do that because we don't have one around here. And so we got some of those stuffed peppers, and they're always so good. All right, I'm going to clean up my little mess here a little bit. And show you the 4 cards that, the 4 of the different colorways that we have here. Here they are. Okay, so this one is done in Coastal Cabana to match the bluey business in there. This one is Strawberry Slush. This one is Petunia Pop. So cute. Love it. And then this one is Old Olive. Yeah, so aren't they cute? So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put gems on this. I'll have to find some and I'll pop some gems on there. I've got my, oh, I have my pink strawberry slush ones right here. Let's grab those. Oh, I'm stuck. Ugh. Come on, boys. Out we go. Can't forget the jewels. So these are the strawberry slush. Again, they don't tell you what colors they are. Pretty pink and strawberry slush. Okay. And then these are like a clear with a gold at the top. Super, super cute. So strawberry slush it is. I'm going to pop one there. Pretty and pink. I'm going to pop one over there. And one up there. There. Sweet. Yeah. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you feel inspired. And as I said, the washi tape should be back in stock in the next couple of days. And on the website, it says the 21st of July, which was yesterday. So, yeah, with any luck at all, they'll be in this week while the free shipping is on. Oh, thank you, Verna. I really enjoyed making these. I'm a little bit addicted. I have a feeling that I'll be making a whole pile more of them. I just love it. Alrighty, thank you so much. Have a super afternoon and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.